Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. This is the name of Telegram channel, GKToday YouTube. Now we have started a new channel for Civil Services exam and for State PCS exam, and it is Civils Academy. So if you find it relevant, you can subscribe to it. Now let's start. Which is the first neighboring country with which India has made the air bubble agreement? So this country is Maldives. The capital of Maldives is Male. Now air bubble means the travel within this bubble will be allowed. I have already uploaded a video on this air bubble and travel bubble concept. So you will get the link of this video in the end of this present video. Now coming back to Maldives. Recently Maldives was also in news as India announced a financial assistance of $500 million for Maldives. Now DGCA, that is Directorate General of Civil Aviation, announced that Indians who hold any kind of valid visa can travel through air under this air bubble agreement. Now what is DGCA? It is regulatory organization under Ministry of Civil Aviation. Present Civil Aviation Minister is Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri. Which technology company has introduced a new educational product called Assignments? So it is an initiative of Google, and it is an application designed for the educators to distribute and to award grades to the students' work. Now recently Google was also in news as it partnered with Maharashtra government to provide learning tools for the schools, and therefore Maharashtra government became the first such state to do so. Google was also in news as recently it partnered with CWC for the flood forecasting initiative. That means alerts can be sent to the public regarding the flood situation. Now what is CWC? It is Central Water Commission, and it is a premier technical organization, and it is under Ministry of Jal Shakti. Who has been posthumously awarded the Kirti Chakra Award by the President of India? Right answer is Head Constable Abdul Rashid Kalas. Recently, President Kovind approved 84 Gallantry Awards for the defense personnel, and Head Constable of Jammu and Kashmir Police Abdul Rashid Kalas was awarded the Kirti Chakra. Now, if we talk about awards, there are two major categories. One is civilian awards and another one is Gallantry Awards. Now, in case of civilian, we have Bharat Ratan, Padam Vibhushan, Padam Bhushan and Padam Shri. In case of Gallantry Awards, we have Paramveer Chakra, Mahavir Chakra, Veer Chakra, Ashoka Chakra, Kirti Chakra and Shaurya Chakra. And these are the most prominent awards of our country. Who has been awarded the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's Special Award for contribution in fight against COVID-19? So the Chief Scientist of WHO, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, was selected for Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's Special Award for her role in fight against COVID-19. Now, WHO is World Health Organization and Dr. Soumya Swaminathan is the Chief Scientist of WHO. And that's why she was selected for this award. Now, recently WHO was also in news as USA decided to quit WHO. Recently, Dr. Harshvardhan took charge as the chairperson of Executive Board of WHO. WHO was also in news because of COVAX Alliance. So this alliance aims to ensure fair and equitable access to the COVID-19 vaccines for every country in the world. And three organizations are associated to this alliance. One is WHO, that is World Health Organization. One is Gavi, that is Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunizations. And third one is CEPI. What is CEPI? It is Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations. Now this alliance, that means this COVAX alliance, is a key part of ACT initiative of WHO. What is ACT? ACT stands for Access to the COVID-19 Tools. Who is the only cricket captain in the world who led his team to win all three ICC trophies? So he is one and only Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and recently he announced his retirement. Apart from him, recently Suresh Raina also announced his retirement. What is ICC? It is International Cricket Council. The headquarters of ICC is in Dubai. Dubai is in UAE. In fact, UAE is going to be the host of this year's IPL tournament. UAE was also in news because of its peace agreement with Israel. UAE was also in news as recently it expressed its interest in the Open Skies policy with India. Now, this Open Skies policy is different from Open Skies Treaty, and recently USA quit this treaty. Union Defence Minister approved to expand which youth service wing to cover the border and coastal districts. So it is NCC, that is National Cadet Corps. So this NCC is under the purview of MOD, that is Ministry of Defence, and it enrolls the cadets at high school and at college level, and then it awards certificates on the completion of various phases. This initiative was announced by the Prime Minister on the Independence Day, and now as per this initiative, cadets from 173 coastal and border districts will be trained, and out of these cadets, 1/3 will be girls. So these are two important facts. 173 districts and 1/3 will be girls, and this NCC is under MOD. Rihand project, which was in news for its infrastructure to transport fly ash, is located in which state of India? So it is in Uttar Pradesh, and NTPC, that is National Thermal Power Corporation, has built this infrastructure at Rihand project in Uttar Pradesh, and this has been designed to transport the fly ash at affordable rates to the cement plants. Now, NTPC was also in news as recently Union Power Minister launched #ICommit initiative. So this initiative is for energy conservation, and this was announced on the World Environment Day, that means on 5th of June. Now, this ICommit initiative will be implemented by EESL, that is Energy Efficiency Services Limited. Now, how NTPC is associated to EESL? This EESL is a joint venture of 4 companies, that is NTPC, PFC, that is Power Finance Corporation, REC, that is Rural Electricity Corporation, and 4th one is Power Grid. Recently, this EESL was also in news because of RAISE initiative, and for this RAISE initiative, EESL collaborated with USAID. What is USAID? It is US Agency for International Development. So USAID was in news because of MATRI program. Answer in comment box, what is the objective of this MATRI initiative? Atal Innovation Mission has partnered with which organization to launch an artificial intelligence based module for school students? So this was launched in association with NASSCOM, and it is Atal AI Step Up module. This Atal Innovation Mission is an initiative of Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog is an executive body, and it is the successor of Planning Commission. Now, recently NASSCOM was also in news as UB Praveen Rao became the new chairperson of NASSCOM. Which state or union territory has unveiled its new state logo with flash flower? So it is Jharkhand. The Chief Minister of Jharkhand is Mr. Hemant Soren. Now recently Jharkhand was also in news because of Bishnu Sendra Parv, and for the first time in the history, not even a single animal was killed during this festival. Actually, it is annual hunting festival, but this year, because of the coronavirus issue, this was not celebrated that way. So it is celebrated by the tribals of Jharkhand as well as some tribes of Odisha and West Bengal. Now Jharkhand was also in news because of Sohrai Khowar. So it is a popular painting style, and recently it was in news because it got GI tag, that is geographical indication. Apart from that, Telia Rumal also got GI tag. Now answer in comment box, the Telia Rumal is associated to which state of India? One more thing, the first product to get the GI status was Darjeeling tea. Researchers of which 2 organizations have developed a process of making bricks on lunar surface? So we have already covered this in our news section, and it is ISRO and IISc, and they have named these bricks as space bricks. Lunar means moon. So the raw material used for this is urea and lunar soil. What is the name of crater that has been captured by ISRO's Chandrayaan-2 orbiter? So the name of this crater is Sarabhai crater, and it is related to moon. So please note this point that the Sarabhai crater is related to Moon, and recently Chandrayaan-2 orbiter captured its images. The Concourse missile test equipment launched by the Defense Minister has been developed by which organization? So it has been developed by BDL, that is Bharat Dynamics Limited. Now it is a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. Previously we used to import these products from Russia, but now we are trying to develop these products within our country. Now in this context, recently Defense Ministry issued a negative import list of 101 products. That means we are not going to import these products from other countries. We are going to manufacture them within our country. Now recently MOD was also in news as draft of Defense Production and Export Promotion Policy was released recently. Apart from that, recently Defense Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh launched Srijan portal. This is a portal which has been launched to promote the indigenization of defense items production. What is the meaning of indigenization of defense items production? That means we are going to produce these items within our country. NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, has developed a platform for investor education. Along with which institution? So it is IIM Bangalore, and this is PIE, that is Platform for Investor Education, and for this NSE and IIM Bangalore has collaborated. So this platform will reflect the current developments in the financial markets. The famous computer scientist Russell Kirsch, who died recently, is associated with which invention? So he was associated with pixels. He was from America and he passed away recently. He created the world's first photograph that was scanned into computer. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now we are going to cover important news. Feel free to skip it at your own risk if you do not like the format. So first news is related to Andhra Pradesh, as Andhra Pradesh government has launched a digital payment service for villages and ward secretariats. And for this purpose, the state government collaborated with NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India, and payments will be done through UPI, that is Unified Payments Interface. So state government collaborated with NPCI and Canara Bank for this UPI based payment facilities in villages and ward secretariats. Next is bioethanol blending of petrol. So recently government has set the targets of 10% bioethanol blending of petrol by 2022, and this target is 20% by 2030. So this has been announced as per ethanol blending program, and this was launched in lines with the national biofuel policy. So this policy was launched in 2018, and Rajasthan was the first state in our country to implement the national biofuel policy. Next is Bhadbut project. So this is in Bharuch in Gujarat, and recently Gujarat government awarded the contract for this, and this is a barrage project across river Narmada. Next is Death Valley. So it is a desert valley in USA in California, and it is located in the Mojave Desert. Now why it was in news? Because it has registered the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth, and it recorded 54.4 degrees Celsius temperature, and that's why it was in news. Next is Swasthya and Alekh. So we already covered Swasthya initiative in our last lecture, and it is an initiative of MOTA, that is Ministry of Tribal Affairs. This Alekh is also an initiative of MOTA, and it is a newsletter on the health and nutrition. MOTA stands for Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and this Swasthya is health and nutrition portal for tribal population of our country. Next is D614G. So it is new strain of coronavirus, and recently it was found in Malaysia, and that's why it was in news. Next is Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievements. So recently this ranking was released, and as per this ranking, IIT Madras is on top position. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu released this ranking, while IIT Mumbai is on second position. Now this ARIIA introduced a special prize for women higher educational institutions. So this year the special prize was introduced. This ARIIA is an initiative of MHRD, that is Ministry of Human Resource Development, and recently President approved the renaming of MHRD as MOE, that is Ministry of Education. And this is implemented by AICTE, that is All India Council for Technical Education. Next is first ever World Solar Technology Summit. So the summit will be organized virtually and it will be on 8th of September and it will be inaugurated by Indian Prime Minister. The summit is organized by ISA, that is International Solar Alliance. The headquarters of ISA is in Gurugram in Haryana. Recently, ISA was in news as now all the members of United Nations can be the part of International Solar Alliance. Next is GP Garg. So recently, GP Garg was appointed as the new Executive Director of SEBI. SEBI stands for Securities and Exchange Board of India. So it is the market regulator. Next is MPEDA, that is Marine Products Export Development Authority. So recently, this authority launched Quality Control Lab in Porbandar in Gujarat. Now answer in comment box, this MPEDA is under which union ministry? Now recently, Gujarat was also in news as Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation announced that 2 flyover bridges in Ahmedabad city will be named after 2 late ministers. One is Arun Jaitley and another one is Sushma Swaraj. So these 2 were the ministers in the last government and now the flyovers will be named after these 2 leaders. Next is Ashok Lavasa. So the Election Commissioner of India, Ashok Lavasa, has stepped down and he submitted his resignation to President. Why he stepped down? Because he is going to join the ADB, that is Asian Development Bank, and he is going to join as Vice President of Asian Development Bank. The headquarters of Asian Development Bank is in Philippines. Now, if we talk about Election Commission, it is constitutional body. Article 324 contains the provisions for Election Commission of India. Next is World Humanitarian Day. So it is on 19th of August. Next is vedkrishi.com. So recently, MSME Minister Nitin Gadkari launched this platform. Now, this platform has been launched so that farmers can sell toxic-free farm produce online. Krishi stands for agriculture. So this is a platform for farmers so that they can sell their products online. Next is Oakley. So recently, sports eyewear brand Oakley appointed cricketer Rohit Sharma as a brand ambassador for 2 years in India. Next is Satyapal Malik. So the former governor of Goa has now been appointed as the governor of Meghalaya. And the governor of Maharashtra, Mr. Bhagat Singh Koshyari, has been given the additional charge of Goa. Next is Laura Marsh. So cricketer Laura Marsh announced her retirement and she is a cricketer from England. Next is COVID-19 insurance cover against gold loan. So recently Muthoot Finance partnered with Kotak Mahindra to offer the COVID-19 insurance cover against gold loan. Next is India Healthcare Week. So recently Dr. Harshvardhan, our health minister, addressed the CII Public Health Conference and he also launched India Healthcare Week. So this is going to be from 17th of August to 21st of August. Next is Under Barrel Grenade Launcher, that is UBGL. So recently ammunition factory of Khadki handed over the consignment of UBGL to BSF, that is Border Security Force. And recently BSF was in news as Rakesh Asthana took charge as the new Director General of BSF. BSF is under Ministry of Home Affairs. It is a CAPF, that is Central Armed Police Force. Next is organic farming. So recently a report was released and as per that report, India is on top in terms of organic farming and India is on 9th position in terms of area under organic farming. So it is on first in terms of number of organic farmers and in terms of area it is on 9th position. Sikkim is first state in the world to become completely organic. Next is Dream 11. So BCCI has awarded the title sponsorship rights of IPL to Dream 11. It is important to note that recently Vivo, that is Chinese mobile manufacturing company Vivo, exit from the sponsorship and now Dream 11 is going to be the new sponsor. IPL is going to be in UAE. Next is Mandwadi Railway Station. So recently MHA, that is Ministry of Home Affairs, approved the renaming of this railway station as Banaras. So now this railway station will be named as Banaras and it is in Uttar Pradesh. Next is One Arranged Murder. So recently this book was in news and it is a book by Chetan Bhagat. So these were the most important news. Now, on regular basis, I see a lot of comments that why we need to cover this much news. See, let me tell you one harsh reality. Because of this coronavirus situation, a lot of talented people who were working in the private sector lost their job. Now, they are going to prepare for the government job because government job offer better security. So please make sure that you do proper hard work because the competition is going to be intense. And specifically those students who are preparing full time, they should not be lazy because they do not have any other excuse that they do not have time or something like that. So try to study as much as you can if you are really serious about competitive examinations. Okay, this much gyan is enough. Thank you, and that's all for the day.